Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to Just for Fun Outdoors. My name is Jeff, and today we're talking about the top 5 problems that the internet says are wrong with the Suzuki V Strom 800DE. And of course, whether I've actually experienced any of them myself. Now, I have put real miles on this bike, on the pavement, the back roads, and some Florida sand. So instead of repeating rumors, I don't want to give you anything that's not true. I want to give you the honest truth from an actual owner, somebody that rides this thing regularly. And this is mine. It's not given to me. So let's get into it. First and foremost, rear tire issue. The biggest and most legitimate issue you're going to see online is the rear tire recall. Suzuki issued this as a safety notice because there were certain Dunlop tires that were cracking and they could potentially separate at speed. So that's definitely one you got to pay attention to. Now, did my bike have this problem? No. No issues on my bike. But I checked NHTSA for recalls using my VIN, and I recommend that you do the same. But either way, this is one problem. It's real, it's documented, and it's worth taking very seriously. If you own an 800DE, check your VIN. Make sure that your tire is good and you have no recalls or safety advisories that haven't been taken care of. For me, the dealer dealt with my problem long before I bought the bike. Of course, this is a 24 leftover model, so they had plenty of time to take care of it before I bought it. Next up, problem number 2. The internet loves to talk about hard starts, weak batteries, or random electrical sensitivity. Some riders report slow cranking after the bike sits for a while. Others mention sensor glitches or immobilizer weirdness. In my experience, well, what I've seen, most of these issues come down to battery health or maybe fuel quality, but not necessarily a design flaw. It is most likely just from sitting longer than it should. When machines sit, they rot, things go bad over time, switches, sensors. Just from sitting and not being used. I mean, it's just as bad as like using it constantly, using it hard, using it, abusing it. That's just my opinion. However, the complaints are out there, so it's worth mentioning. As far as an immobilizer, I experienced this only once before I realized what it was, and I'm going to tell on myself about this for a minute. On my first trip in the sand with this thing, it is a beast, it's heavy. I was gripping way too tight, not really doing what I was supposed to, and bloop, right over in the sand. Nope, it shut off, and when I picked it back up, not really that heavy compared to the weight on the paper, it wouldn't start. I had that warning light on the screen. I didn't recognize it. We all read the manual from front to back when we first buy these things, right? So instinctively, I cycled the key on and off. Then back to the warning. It went away, and it fired right up. Outside of that, I've had no issues like this, if it's even an issue. Problem number 3. Another common topic online is the fuel system. Some riders don't like the fact that the 800DE recommends premium fuel. Others worry about long-term injector reliability or carbon buildup. Premium fuel is really just for the knocking guys. The additives in the fuel. So here's my take. I run premium, and I always have in all my motorcycles. There's just no fuel related issues so far with my bike, so I can't say that anything has done anything. So for me, it hasn't been a problem at all, but it's definitely one of the top complaints you're going to see in forums and review videos. But for me, it's just simply not a problem. You know, it cost me $10 to fill the tank up with premium. I mean, it's not going to break my bank. Problem number 4. Let's talk about the heat and the vibrations. I've lumped them together in this one. So some riders say that the bike runs hot in slow traffic. Others mention vibrations at certain RPMs through the bars or the pegs. In my experience, yep, it does get warm on the dash. When you're reading the temperature, it goes up. It's water cooled, but it also gets some from air. But compared to my Harley, this thing's got no heat coming off of the motor. That's just my experience, guys. I know it's not a Harley. As for the vibration, well, that vibrated too. It's slightly noticeable, but it's not a deal breaker. For me, let's be real with ourselves. If we look hard enough for a problem, we're gonna find one. Now I gotta disclose, I've only ridden this thing in the lower RPM ranges up to about 4,500 RPM because I'm still breaking it in. This is just one of those things that depends heavily on your riding style and your expectations. I feel more in the wheels coming from the road than I do from the pegs or the bars. So it's still a top 5 complaint, and I have to mention it. Problem number 5, and finally to the big one, weight. Ooh, she's a beast. Some riders expect the DE to be more of a dirt-focused machine, and compared to the 650 it is. They say it feels heavy in technical terrain. The suspension isn't as responsive as a Tenere or a KTM, and the front end can feel vague in deep sand. Well, of course, this is my experience. Yep, you do feel the weight in the sugar sand. Ask me how I know. And yes, I've taken it off in the sand during the break-in period. It's like living on an island and not going out for a swim. So, Florida's full of sand. I had better have some experience in it should I run across it in my travels. Obviously, I'd never take the Harley down that kind of stuff, but this thing, absolutely. However, I feel for my style of riding, it's just fine. What we need to remember is this. It's not a dirt bike, plain and simple, but it is capable in some light off-road. If you want to do technical, be real. Get a dual sport or an enduro, not a middleweight adventure bike meant for more road touring and some off-road. Know your role. This is where the expectations matter. If you treat it like a lightweight or a middleweight ADV, it's going to shine. If you expect a rally bike, you're going to be sadly disappointed. It is, however, more capable than the 650 or the 1000, I think. The ground clearance is more than 650. The wheels are bigger, and the abilities and the weight of the 1000, the abilities and length of the 1000 are just, they make it a workout on the trail or off-road for me. And I have test ridden all of them before I bought this one. Bonus problem number 6, the toolkit or the lack thereof. Is it me, or did the Suzuki miss the mark on this by fudging up the toolkit under the seat? I mean, I get it. I know I'm not getting a full array of tools, but I could have at least got an Allen wrench to fit every different Allen head size on this bike. You get the standard screwdriver with the handle underneath the seat. You know, I thought to myself, what happened? Did somebody forget to finish putting the toolkit in the bike? I don't know. I checked the manual and it just says there's a screwdriver and an Allen wrench. So, drop a comment below if you know the deal with this. If I'm expecting too much, let me know. Did I get gypped on the assembly line before it went to the dealer? Is there supposed to be something else in there? I don't think so. The book says no. And obviously the dealer's not going to joke with me, mess with me. I'm only joking, guys. Don't burn the ships. The dealer had nothing to do with it. So my closing thoughts. Those are the 5 top problems, the top 5 problems, and my bonus problem, if you want to call it a problem, that the internet talks about. How do they compare to my real world experience? Well, every bike has its quirks, but for me, the V Strom 800DE has been reliable, fun. It's capable for the kind of riding that I do. So you just got to tell yourself, what kind of riding do I do, and what kind of bike do I need? And be honest with yourself. If you own one of these, please put your experience in the comments. I'd like to know. If you're thinking about buying one of these, well, hopefully I helped clear up some of the noise, or I may have added to it. I don't know. But nonetheless, if you like today's video, please smash that like button. Push that subscribe button and help us out. It doesn't cost you anything. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you get notified of any future content that we might produce. And as always, thank you for watching today. I appreciate you. Ride safe, and we'll see you on the next one.